Come on, start recording. Wow, a lamp.
Alrighty, so let's talk about what video games have influenced our lives in any significant manner.
Definitely BioShock.
BioShock?
Yeah.
I feel you. That mind melted my game the first time I fucking played it, honestly. And I feel like I should sue them because I shouldn't have been mind fucked at such a young age, you know? Personally fucking offended that I got fucked like that as a little kid.
I can't remember when I played it for the first time. I think I was
My brother got it right when it came out, so when did it come out, like 2007?
8, 7, somewhere around there. See, I played
yeah, so
it.
I think, like, how old was I at the time? I think I was like, what? No, I was like fucking like 9, I think. Would you guide me? That shit fucked my ass into like oblivion. I didn't know which direction was right or left. I was like, what? Didn't even feel like playing it afterwards. I was just like, no.
I liked Fallout. Definitely Fallout and
3,
Elder
or...
Scrolls. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, you have to be more specific. Which ones? Because you can. I mean, they're both good franchises and everything, but
well,
I mean,
like without
down, motherfucker, to
without
one
those
specific
RPGs, like I wouldn't have gotten into RPGs if I haven't have played Oblivion and Fallout 3. Like, those are my favorite 2 RPGs ever.
Yeah, absolutely 100% agreed. Oblivion blew my mind. What came out 2006, I was 8 years old at the time. I've never played anything like this before. So I mean, of course everybody has that stigma of, like, you know, that, like, your first RPG is your favorite RPG. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not too far from the truth. I mean, I still think to this day Oblivion's fucking amazing. I mean, yes, the graphics are dated to all fucking hell, but I mean, it doesn't deter from the fucking nostalgia factor.
Yeah. We haven't had, like, a successful RPG.
Well, okay, no, that's a lie. Skyrim is a fucking...
Yes, Skyrim was good.
Skyrim is very good, and it's
Yeah.
the fact that, like, it still has a gigantic fucking community behind it to this day makes 0 sense to me. Cause that game came out like
2011.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly,
You're just using that.
can you get out?
I'm just curious.
All of it. Duh. Anyways, rude. Oblivion is like I was like a little fucking kid. I like never in my life have I played a game like this before, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've only known, like, fucking fighting games and shitty fucking football games that I would play with my brother and my dad, and, like, Fire Emblem. That's pretty much anything, all and everything I've played up to the point. And I played maybe, like, a little bit of WoW with my stepbrother Paul. But, like, Oblivion was, like, the first time I've ever experienced, like, true freedom in a game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, it wanted me to go do the fucking first quest, you know?
Yeah.
Where you have to go to fucking whatever the fucking town is that starts with a B, and then you have to go fucking meet the priest or the fucking whatever the blade guy, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Father Joffrey or something.
Yeah, Joffrey. Yeah, you had to go to and Joffrey, you had to go talk to him, and then after that you had to get the Oblivion book and give it to Joffrey, and then he studied it and stuff.
Yeah,
but then
and then you go to the fucking one town.
Yeah.
Meet the king. But I didn't do that. Like, after I got out of the sewers, I went to the Citadel. And the first place that I got to was the arena.
Yeah, that's what I did too. Like, I remember when you showed me the arena and, like, check this shit out. I'm
Well, I
like,
mean, that's
oh.
because that's the first thing I did, so.
Yeah, I thought that
I
was,
mean, we
like,
kind of have,
the
like, the
coolest shit.
same experience with it. Yeah, like, it introduced me to a bunch of characters, and it introduced me to the fighting mechanics and how to basically do everything in the game.
Yeah. What I thought was awesome too is, like, when I went back and played it, because I rebought it, which is why I have the DLCs, I just went back and, like, replayed it how I first played it and just went to the arena and just, like, got a shitload of money and, like, beat the shit out of the fucking monsters and shit.
Like, I remember the quest to kill the last unicorn. Cry.
I didn't do that one yet. Or every time I did that one on the Xbox or tried to do it, I think my game froze.
Like crash.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean,
still
obviously
haven't
that's
gotten
like
that
still
far.
a big issue that plagues those old games.
Yeah.
They freeze up every now and then.
I gotta go back and play Oblivion. I got it on the PS3.
No, I definitely also have to say Azura's Wrath for me, because that game was literally just like watching a fucking anime. A fucking fantastic time every second of the way playing that shit.
Yeah.
Call it like the world's best fucking quick time game, but I mean, like what it was trying to do was fucking commendable, and it honestly had heart involved in it. My only issue with it is obviously it fucking did microtransactions to get the actual real ending of the game. But
For what?
like they did the Azura's Wrath, like that's my only gripe with it. Like other than that, it was a really fun game, and I had the time of my childhood playing that shit.
Mm.
I mean, it's not really childhood. I was like 2011 too, but I mean, it still was a fucking great game.
Yeah, I still feel like a kid. Especially back then, like, not even that long ago.
For fucking real.
Tristan showed me this picture that he took of me on his fucking DS, and dear God, the cringe.
Dark Souls 1, obviously. Back when it came out, like, what was it, 2011? Yeah, no, that's when Dark Souls 2 came out, I think. When did Dark Souls come out? 2010? No, 2009. I don't remember. Fuck.
I think it was 2009.
No, because it had to. Yeah.
Because Dark Souls 2 was 2011. I think.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 was 2011.
Okay.
No, wait, no, I guess I was right. No, I was right. That's when Dark Souls came out, 2011. I was a freshman.
The first Dark Souls came out in 2011?
2011, yeah.
Wow.
And then Dark Souls 2 came out 2014, and then Dark Souls 3 came out 2016. No, Dark Souls, like freshman year of high school, was like transforming me into like a fucking creature of the night. That game fucked my life up, because honestly, it's really hard. It's really fucking hard. And a lot of people struggled with it, and honestly a lot of people quit playing it because it really is that fucking difficult. And it is still to this day. It's like you'll see people just like blow through it in like 35 minutes, and it's just like that's because they've like fucking trained their existence on ecstasy that they got from beating it, you know? They're like, no other game can give them a fucking challenge anymore, so they have to keep going back to the fucking their life up because they're mentally scarred by it. And so now they have to beat it as fast as they fucking can, just to show that it's not that fucking difficult. But they've been training this fucking hard for this moment, you know? They did all this because the game fucked their life up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bad, but I mean, fuck it, you know. Honestly, it is a fucking game, and it's also flawed at the same fucking time. It's not like a masterpiece. It definitely has its fucking issues. And it definitely has its shortcuts because you could definitely tell that they fucking ran out of a budget towards the end of its fucking towards the end of the game because most of the creativity's fucking sapped from it and you're basically just dungeon crawling.
Wow.
I mean, you're already fucking dungeon crawling, but this is like the epitome of like, oh, I guess this is like fucking Zelda 2. Or I could only go from fucking dungeon to dungeon.
Whatever happened at the end of Dark Souls 1?
You just relight the fucking first flame. Or you let it burn out.
Huh.
You have to fight Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight.
Hmm. So, the guy at the end of the third game, is that the guy
Yeah,
from...
it's the same soundtrack, and he has the same, like, moves. He almost has the same moveset as Gwyn did. It's not him, though.
Oh. Oh, I was gonna say,
it's just like a little fucking, like, homage to, like, the series, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask, like, maybe the guy you fight is the guy you played as in the first game? Or no, like, that'd be cool.
No.
No?
No. No. Dark Souls is fucking obscure as fuck, so... And that's like, that's what sucks about Dark Souls. It's not a story-based game. It's just
Yeah.
a game that is only there because of its fucking difficulty. It has no other purpose than to fucking make your asshole fucking explode from the fury.
I can finally play this game normally now.
Pardon me?
I got rid of the radiation.
Lit.
Yeah. You know what? Dead Space...
Shadow of the Colossus. Dead Space, yeah. Dead Space, it will go down as, like, the first, like, real horror beaten.
Yeah.
And that shit scared me growing up. I think Dead Space 2 definitely was the superior one.
Yeah, story-wise was awesome. Scary, I think the first one was the scariest in my opinion. But the second one was also
The first one was
fucking
scary. Yeah, the second one was, I think, scarier.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm still kind of fucked up. I get a little scared thinking about playing that shit. Like the little babies and shit. I think whoever fucking thought about murdering little fucking children is fucked up in the fucking head.
Yeah. I was mad when they don't have the babies as the fucking monsters. They were dogs. In the
Pardon me?
In the third game.
One?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, it looks like they were fucking scared of what, like, people were trying to fucking tell them, you know? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you can't put fucking babies on the fucking game, you fucking psycho!
Yeah.
Like, who are you to fucking tell me it's my fucking game?
I know, right?
And that's what made the second one so fucking good, is how fucked up it was.
The first game had babies, too. There were babies in the first one as well. Oh, that's icky gas that I just walked next to. That's not good. Shorokyu, my fucking the very first fucking the very first RPG I ever played. That was my favorite fucking racing game ever. Like it was so fucking like cheesy and corny, but it's like it goes down as like my most favorite racing game ever because it was so fucking awesome. All the tracks were fun, all the cars were so cool, and like the cars were alive and shit, and it was just a fun fucking game to play. And like it changed or what an RPG would feel like because it had that whole decision kind of based thing, like you would choose, and
The
it would really,
consequences have actions.
yeah, kind of like that. I mean, it wasn't like severely,
Or
but
actions have consequences. Lamau.
yeah. So like, it didn't have that much of an effect, but it definitely changed the story a lot if you didn't do certain things. Cause like there is these group of gangsters or whatever, and you can join up with them or not. But if you do, you get to do the haunted house quest, which was like my favorite fucking mini game side quest thing that was in the story. And that shit was like, I played this back in like 4th grade and 3rd grade, so I was like shit in my pants. I thought the shit was creepy as fuck. But like, you're driving around in the fucking house, like the haunted house, and you have to collect these fucking these like golden cues or whatever. And then there's these books, and like you're reading the books and shit, but it's like Japan's so fucking good at making shit creepy. Like fucking in the books, just like it's talking about like this kid and his mom, and then like his mom starts bringing home weird shit for them to eat, and he's like, okay, I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to eat this, even though it's like it's weird, you know, but I'm starving and I have to eat this. And it was just like really weird, trippy shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was just like fucking gross. Oh my fucking god, stop it, you stupid pad. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so like, I just remember it was weird. I wish I could find the fucking what the fucking thing said, because it was so fucking creepy when I was a little kid reading it. Because you're reading it like it's all innocent, like a kid's writing it, but it's so fucking dark and fucking twisted. It's like, oh god. And then the fucking zombie car scared the shit out of me too, because it just looked so scary looking. It was just like a big, ugly, rusted car with like green headlights, and it like chased you around the room, and it was the most terrifying thing. I'm just like, oh god, run, fuck. I'm just like trying to fucking drive away from it. Oh, hey, look, JFK. And fucking, it was funny too, because when I first played that mission, there's a lot of wacky little like bodies you can put on the cars, but they're just like little like wind up toy things or whatever, but you can put different body kits on them and stuff, and you could do that in the game. So I had like this like tank car thing, so I'm just like driving around in like a fucking military tank like car thing in this haunted house and shit, and it's like, this is weird. It's so funny. But like, that was the first game I ever played that made me fucking cry my eyes out, because like your fucking friend gets fucking cancer, car cancer. Yeah, it's just like it like that's where it gets like that.
What do you have? My friend has car cancer.
Like it's like so cheesy, but for me it was just like the saddest thing, because like you go to the hospital, and it's like you and him
watch your friend die.
Well, no, it's like, well, the thing was pissing me off is it took me forever to beat the game, because I sucked at the game as a kid, because it was really difficult, just the way it was. But I can go on that game and play it easily now because I'm so good. But at the time I couldn't beat it, so it took me forever to beat, and I was getting so pissed. And
I feel you. I know those kinds of games where you fucking like they're literally just impossible.
Yeah, but I finally beat it and I was so happy. But so like you and the friend, I think his name is Barrett or Barrett or some shit. But fucking he gets all sick as shit, but the original goal was for you and him to go to the final Grand Prix and shit. So like you go up to him and he's in his fucking bed, and he's just like, I hear you're gonna make it to the Grand Prix. I want you to promise me something. I want you to win. And it's just like, yes, I'll win, I promise. And like, after I finally beat the fucking game, and beat that fucking race, because the game crashes for some reason when you lose the Grand Prix. Like, you get a blue screen for some reason, and it was pissing
Really?
me off. Yeah, it was weird. It scared me as a kid because
That's
I thought
fucking weird.
yeah, I thought the game broke or something, but it never broke. It was just a thing that happened. But fucking, I finally beat the game, and I'm like, yes! And I was like so fucking happy because it took me so many fucking tries, but I finally did it. It took me such a long time, and then like, I have a good concept of time, so it was a pain in the ass. So like, I fucking finally beat it, and then it's like, congratulations, you won the Grand Prix, and there's like a little cutscene and everything, everyone's cheering. And this one car comes out of nowhere, and it's just like, I'm sorry, but we have terrible news. Your friend has just passed away. And then you just see like his fucking, like the camera goes to the clouds, and you see like a ghost of his car just like floating away, and it's just like a
That's
ghost.
kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, like
That's not. Yeah, that would fucking ruin the mood if I fucking. I'd be like, what?
like I was like,
Yeah, this is a sad moment. I would be crying.
yeah, I was, because like it's like all happy, and then it's just like your friend just died, and then it's.
But then I think that would ruin the mood for me, dude. If I was just like, wow, okay, I guess he's just gonna float away.
Well, it's like his ghost going to heaven or something, but it was just like sad as fuck.
That's fucking. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking poetic.
Yeah, but it was like the sad music started playing, and I just started fucking bawling. And then what made things even worse is like, there was this legendary fucking racer that I think got really depressed over something because I think I don't remember how he dies too, but I don't remember if it was of old age or what. I gotta replay the game, but I remember like he was at his house or something, and then he drinks some wine, and then it was like he said he passed away too. But like fucking, I don't know, it was just like they die, and then what pisses me off is like fucking Norca Hike, or whatever the fucking his name was, the orange fucking 60s Indy car. The guy that fucking trains you and gives you cool shit throughout the game, like the old legendary dude who was friends with the one girl racer who fucking died, like, he goes off on a journey and he never comes back. And I'm like, wait, do I have to get like 100% for him to come back, or like, does he never come back, or like, what happens? Like, it never explains anything. Like, it felt like it left off with a cliffhanger and shit. Like, he sends you letters, but after like a certain amount of months in the game, he just stops sending you stuff. And the last thing he gives you is this golden piston, which I don't remember if he gives it to you after you win the Grand Prix or not, but it gives you the ability to get the Angel engine, which is the most powerful engine in the game. And it's the coolest.
Really?
Yeah, it's so lit, dude.
That's fucking lit.
It doesn't really sound like Angels, but it still sounds like a car engine, but it's like, it's cool. And like it shifts and everything, and it like gets higher pitched when you get into higher gears and stuff. It's cool. And then there's the Devil.
Amazing.
There's the Devil engine, which isn't as powerful as the Angel engine, but it sounded like scary and shit when you had it in the car. It sounded like weird, like demon sound screams or whatever, but it was cool as fuck.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then there was the Devil tires. That was my favorite thing about the game, because in the game it has like that esque of being a fucking challenging Japanese game. So if you turned too sharp, your car would spin out of control, and it was like the most irritating thing. But if you had Devil tires, you wouldn't spin out, and then once you hit like 250 miles an hour, the wheels catch on fire, and it makes like Back to the Future flames. And, like, while you're just hauling ass, and it's like the coolest shit, and it makes like loud fucking like fire sound effects. It's just like, it's an old game, so it's just like and shit. It's so fucking lit, and the tires were like bloodshot red, and it was just the coolest thing too. And then you could go on every single terrain with those tires. So like you didn't have to have the shitty off-road tires to go to off-road races. You could just use those tires for every single different race type. So you wouldn't get slowed down racing on off-road tracks or anything, and it wouldn't like, you wouldn't spin out. So it was like the most overpowered thing in the game. Plus the Angel engine and all the other shit you can get. You were just like totally unstoppable, and it was like the greatest shit in the world. And then you can go back and make other profiles, and you can send all the stuff from other profiles to your other profiles. So I'll sell like all my expensive super shit that I don't need and give it to like a new profile, and I'll go and replay the game and just dominate everybody. It's awesome. Like the very first races, you go like extremely slow, like super slow. You're like going the speed of a golf cart. And then like later in the game when you get better parts, you're like super fast and shit. But that goes down as like one of my favorite racing games ever.
Damn. I think like a game like that for you would probably be Fire Emblem for me.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem was pretty much the first, and I don't know, man. Like, it's the difficulty of that game even to this day is fucking bullshit. It's super hard, and it has a permadeath system. So if one of your units dies, they're dead forever, and there's no chance of them coming back. That's
Wow.
what made it. That's what made it difficult. And so as a little kid, like, I comprehended it. Believe it or not, like I actually understood the consequences and everything of like my actions if I sent it out a fucking stupid unit, you know, to
Yeah.
fight like an obvious one that would destroy it. And it kind of like chess is kind of the reason why I love that game so much, because it's just strategy. You just have to strategize, and I think like just having to sit down and think before I act in a game, it was fucking amazing. And okay, and not to mention the story. I mean, give or take, this is on a motherfucking Game Boy game. So the music in the game, flat out fucking amazing. For a goddamn like Game Boy game that could barely fucking like hold a goddamn audio file, it was fucking dank. I loved it.
How good are the new Fire Emblems? Are they?
The new Fire Emblems are fucking great.
Mm.
I love the new Fire Emblems. They're my fucking shit. I mean, okay, the newest one, Fire Emblem Fates, was kind of trash, not gonna lie. I didn't like that. I thought it was way too easy. It didn't have any fucking challenge to it. And the fact that it's basically like exactly like a fucking Pokemon game where you could choose like which one you want, and they'll have like a slightly different story to it.
Oh.
But still, it's like a different one, so it's like, choose. You could either buy this one where you join this family, or you could buy this one where you join this family. Or you could buy the one where you just choose your own path. And it's like, I don't want to do all that. I want to experience every single one of them. I don't want to have to pay like $80 just to play that shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's not fair. It's asking too much for what Fire Emblem it has been for the past couple of years. And honestly, dude, I shit you not, I'm even still playing Fire Emblem to this day. I just beat the GameCube version. I shit you not, for the 8th time, and I'm starting the Wii version for the fucking 9th time.
Damn.
I'm like almost done with I am done with the first arc of the fucking second game. I just need to fucking beat Princess Alencia's fucking difficulty's fucking ridiculous too, but I mean, I've been playing these games for so long, so I mean, I know what people have weaknesses to what, and also the fact that I love strategy games. I fucking love them, dude. They make me just feel 100% superior to everybody else, because it's just like, I wanted Battle of Wits, you're stupid. I have proven that I can outsmart you, you know?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Halo Wars. Like the first Halo Wars was fucking awesome. I don't even know if I want to get the second Halo Wars, to be honest.
I think I heard the second Halo Wars was fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like, it got like, I think like a 6 out of 5, like 6 out of 10, I think.
Wow.
60 out of 50. I mean 60 out of 100 on fucking Metacritic. So I mean, like, you know, that's all up to you, but I personally think you'd be wasting your fucking money.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, they're making a fucking remaster for Halo 3.
I think they already did.
It's coming out this year, I think.
What? No, the Master Chief Collection. Wasn't that like
It's not
all the games?
It's not
It was
a remastered.
1, 2, 3.
No, 2 is remastered, but they didn't.
I swear, dude, there's no way.
No, it's not like a overhaul. It's just they updated it to one, like they boosted the frame rate and made it look a little prettier, but they didn't overhaul it because they overhauled Halo CE, and then with the Master Chief Collection, they also overhauled Halo 2. And that's why Halo 2 has like amazing looking fucking CGI cutscenes and stuff, because they overhauled everything in the game too.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see it. I looked it up. You're right.
But yeah, the new Halo like 3 overhaul I think is coming out this year. I'm not sure.
It probably comes out this year. It'd be like the 10th anniversary of Halo 3's release, so I would imagine.
Yeah. I think, what, Halo 3 came out in 2008 or 2007?
2007.
Yeah, okay.
2007.
Yeah. Fuck! I can't believe it's only one more year, dude. Oh my god. Banjo-Kazooie.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think it is either.
Microsoft killed that series.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out next year. That's all that matters. Kingdom Hearts will always be one of my favorite games. That I could still go to my PlayStation 2, put in Kingdom Hearts 2, and still have the time of my life playing that shit. I don't know, dude. There's just something like Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't really care to play that too often. I honestly really like Kingdom Hearts 2 way fucking more. I think it's a fucking far superior game, and it's a lot funner. It has better mechanics, a better story, better fighting, and it's just all around better. And proves like 100% on everything that like Kingdom Hearts 1 was. And like it definitely. It's like proof of like, you know, like Halo 1 was amazing. Halo 2 is 100 times better than Halo 1.
Yeah, it is.
That's how I feel. Like that's exactly what Kingdom Hearts did. It knew what it was doing, and all the issues that were wrong with the first one, they just fucking fixed it.
Yeah.
And they listened to what their fucking people wanted in their games.
Yeah, see,
And that's
the only...
something that's just something that's not fucking around anymore, is people, game developers actually listening to their fucking audiences. They just go they go by the money charts, basically, to see what would make them the most revenue.
Yeah.
And it's
see,
like, you know what would make you the most revenue? Listening to us and what we have to say about your fucking games.
Yeah. See, but one thing that pissed me off, well, actually, I'm sorry, not pissed me off, but kind of like threw me off was Halo 2 was actually really short, and they didn't get to finish it. It was not really rushed, but there was a big chunk missing, at least like 2 quests, I think, or 2 missions. And it makes sense because I remember when I first played it, I was a little confused on like what happened with Arbiter, because he just pops up like after that one part with Chief, and then you get to play as Arbiter again. But it's like, wait, what happened with Arbiter this whole fucking time? Like, they kind of just did a whole time jump thing. And then what's funny is Halo 2 was supposed to end like at the beginning of Halo 3. It was supposed to have like a different ending. But it just led up to that whole part, which I think the way that Halo 2 ended, I think, was the best cliffhanger, though, because Halo 3 started out so fucking good, and
oh yeah, Halo 3 is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, fucking 10 out of 10, fucking. But like, I'm really happy with the way Halo 2 ended, because when I went back and replayed all of them again after so many years, I was just like, okay, all this makes sense now, you know, like why Chief was fucking falling from space, but it's because He was on the spaceship that he got on when you jump through the fucking
Yeah.
thingy.
It takes place right after fucking Halo 2.
Yeah.
Psychotronics is the opposite of safe, Morgan.
Cause like I played Halo 2 with my friend, and that was the first Halo I ever beat. And then I played Halo 1 for a little while, but we didn't beat it, cause it was a little hard one. Cause the second one, you know, it had all the problems fixed with compared to what it was in the first one. But yeah, Halo 2 is definitely my favorite campaign-wise, and Reach would come in second. Or no, well, I don't know. It's a toss-up because I love 3 and Reach very equally, and then but Halo 2 definitely comes on top for my favorite for the campaign. You know what's funny is, like, I always talk to myself when I'm at work and shit, and I was, like, talking to myself about Halo and shit, and I was like, you know, even though Halo 3 ODST was probably the weakest in the franchise, I definitely liked it for what it was, because it
had a really good story to it.
Yeah.
They tried to expand on the universe, you know, showed, like, the side to the grunts, like, they're not just side people.
Yeah. Like, that's...
They're just not, like, sideline characters. They actually do have something that they do.
Yeah, and the one thing I liked about it, too, is it felt like you were human again. Like, it felt like you were a super soldier.
You weren't, like, you weren't, like, an 8'2" fucking
God,
towering monster
yeah.
fucking punching, like, trucks like it's nothing, picking up trucks and tanks like they don't weigh anything.
Yeah, like... The thing I liked about ODST is it felt like a game that just spoke to the characters who were just like everyday people, and it brought a sense of like kind of like fear, because when you're running around fucking by yourself looking for your team and there's just enemies everywhere and you're just like, oh fuck, and like the place literally just got fucking nuked basically, and it's just like fucking holy shit, you know, I'm fighting for my life right now. I gotta look for everybody else kind of shit. And like that's what I really liked about ODST. It was just like survival. It was a lot different from what the other Halos were. Where the other ones were just like, Chief, go do this. Okay. But I think that's just what made ODST so special. And then all the characters were fucking awesome. I loved the characters in ODST. I don't think there's any characters that I didn't like.
Honestly,
I liked all of them.
They didn't have to bring Halo back.
What?
But they did.
What, with Guardians?
No, 4.
Oh, 4?
I mean, Halo could have ended at 3. Everything was fucking done.
Yeah. Well...
No more enemies.
It's true. See, Halo 4...
That cliffhanger was like... That cliffhanger fucking wasn't really a cliffhanger. Like, you knew that one day somebody would find him, but his job was fucking over.
Yeah.
He deserved to fucking take that rest.
Yeah. But it's just like... The way it was set up, too, is Bungie made it to where, you know, they land on that Forerunner planet, because at the end of the secret ending, you see, like, a fucking light, and the ship is that Cortana and Chiefern are floating towards it. So it was gonna end up being, like, the whole fucking Forerunner shit. I kinda wish Bungie would've made Halo 4. I mean, not that I don't like Halo 4, it just... I wanted to see what it would have been like if Bungie would have made Halo 4, just to see how different it would be. Cause like 343, like there's a lot of things I don't like that they do, and I understand like they own the franchise now and they can do what they want with it, but it's just there's things I wish they wouldn't do. And this is what makes the Halo community... Yeah, this is what pisses me off about the Halo community now, because it's so cancerous, because it's always these fucking fuckboys fighting between 343 and Bungie and who's better. And it's just like, it just tore the entire fan base apart, and I have to side with Bungie's fucking Halos, because 343, the things that they're doing, like some of the things that I don't like, I feel like it's hurting the franchise for what I liked about Halo and what I grew up on, because
Yeah, like the fucking Halo Guardians was a piece of fucking shit. It was false advertisement.
yeah, and
Thought you could pick a side of who you wanted to be, but it didn't fucking matter.
yeah, and like what made me upset is I played Halo for the story, and all 343 is doing is focusing on multiplayer so they can compete with other multiplayer shooters.
Yeah, it's like Halo hasn't been that. I mean, yes, it was. Don't get me wrong, it was. You had fucking, but like, that's not like to say like you you can't like ignore the fact that Halo at the very beginning definitely relied mainly on the story, because back in the day not a lot of people had consoles when like it came to having either like the original Xbox, you know.
Yeah,
And
but
if you did, then like the only time like when you would play Halo, it'd be either like split screen with your friend in the story mode, or like 4 per party where you'd fucking connect with your friends and then you just have a fucking throwdown in Halo 2 online.
yeah, but like what I mean is it's just like now it's just Halo is so multiplayer focused, which is why the storyline for Guardians was trash. And well, I mean, I've seen a little bit for the story, but I would have liked it if there was not false advertisement and shit. And plus, it's the multiplayer is not even fair. Like the way it used to be in Reach, where you could like earn armor for doing stuff. It's not like that anymore.
Like, you shouldn't have to fucking like struggle to get armor sets in the fucking game, you know?
Yeah, they're not
And, like,
even.
the armors shouldn't do anything either. The armors were just for fucking looks.
Yeah, and it's like it's a tease. Like it's like, oh, you have to pull a lever and see what random stuff you get. See, that's not fair. And then it's like transactions if you want to fucking get cool shit. And it's like, that's bullshit. Like, I remember when I didn't have Xbox Live at all, and I worked my ass off to get what I wanted in Halo Reach, which took years to fucking get, like, the armor I wanted and everything. Like,
Well,
I got
mean,
so much cool
see,
shit.
like we both come from different sides of the spectrum of the gaming world. You didn't have internet until recently, and I've always had internet while I've been playing video games.
Yeah.
So I was able to experience the toxicity of like the online community before you did, like the real toxicity of it.
Yeah.
Like back in fucking Call of Duty age, like back in Modern Warfare 2, where the real OGs were, you know.
Yeah.
Meet on Rust, have a 1v1, tell them to shut the fuck up because they were pussy ass bitches.
What was it?
Your mom? The mom?
Fuck.
Like that little fucking yoke right there? Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Wow.
Shoot me.
Mimicking detection genetic.
My pussy's so fucking wet.
Yo,
I can't, my pussy.
I found, I think I just found the thing for the thing to turn into a mimic or something.
Dude, I am running out of fucking games to play. We literally just have to wait until next month. That's all we have to do, and then actual games start coming out. But
Yeah.
I'm super fucking bored. It's either I'm at the gym or I'm trying to I'm just cycling between Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 and 2.
I know, right?
But man, like, video games are fucking dope.
Yeah.
Mechanisms if you want to learn what makes them tick. You invented it.
Psychoscopes. Toggle your psychoscope with R3. Mark a nearby enemy. Scanning Typhon reveals new abilities you can acquire by installing neuromods. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, so games. Oh yeah, okay, so like this is what I hate about liking so many racing games, is I have so many number ones and it's just like fuck. So I have to like put them in an actual order. But Shower Q and Jack X are probably the best racing games I've ever played in my life because
Well, Mario Kart.
yeah, Mario Kart doesn't come close to Jack X. Like Jack X is literally everything that a racing game fucking needs to be perfect. Because Jack X, it had an awesome
Jack
story.
X.
Nah, it's so fucking good.
Fuck Jack X. It wasn't a fucking sequel to anything.
It was its own thing.
Dude, it was fucking stupid when I could have had a new fucking Jack and Daxter that actually continued off.
Okay, but
No, I got
you know
fucking
why
Jack
you
X
know
instead.
you know why it exists though?
Why? Tell me.
Because
So that
Naughty
way I can
Dog
hate it more.
Because Naughty Dog fucking loves driving games. They
Naughty
love
Dog hasn't done a
racing.
driving game in like fucking 10 years.
Well, fucking shit. They like racing shit though because fucking how many Crash Bandicoot racing games have there been? A lot.
Well, I mean, they didn't make those ones. They made the original 3. They outsourced to different companies. If the ones that were able to be sold to Xbox and get in like the Wii and shit, that's not Naughty Dog.
See,
It's a different company that got outsourced for those games.
maybe, but fucking what was it? There's a lot of them, but like fucking now like but Jack X, dude, it had what I think is why I think it's the greatest racing game is it had so much fucking shit you could do. It wasn't just boring generic racing. You fucking drove, got guns and shit, and then there was so much different game modes, car customization. You could play as all the characters in the game. There were secret characters, shitloads of Easter eggs. Like you could fucking, if you
Like
had
fucking Super Smash Bros. But racing.
yeah, but like if you had save data of like fucking Ratchet and Clank, you can play as Ratchet or Clank. If you had save data from Jack 3, you could play as Jack 3. If you had save data from Jack 2, I think you could play as Jack from Jack 2. I'm not sure about Jack 1. I know you can get like this badass Daxter car if you hooked up your PSP to your PS2 and had the Daxter game data. And like, I don't know, it's just like that game had so much awesome stuff. The driving controls were awesome. The soundtrack was amazing. The graphics were cool. The cars were fucking awesome. Everything was original as fuck. The storyline was pretty damn good for its fucking time. Like, I was thrown off because it was a big, like, whoa, I didn't see that shit coming. It was funny as fuck, too. It was so good. And it was my first Jack and Daxter game, and, like...
That's what's fucking tragic to me. That was your first fucking Jack and Daxter game.
I like all the Jack and Daxters that I've played. But that's the thing,
Yeah,
though, is
but,
I didn't
like,
play adventure games.
Jack 1, like, you didn't get to play the shit that I did. Like, you didn't get to play, like, Sly Cooper. You didn't get to play fucking Ratchet and Clank, like, all the Ratchet and Clanks. And you didn't get to play fucking Jack.
Like, at the time, I just wasn't into adventure games. I just couldn't get into
Dude,
them.
like, I can't tell you, because, like, it's still to this day, dude, I wish you could play these fucking games. I know you can play Jack, but the Ratchet and Clank and fucking Sly Cooper?
There's always ways to find them.
You're right, there is, but, like, it's just not the same. I mean, you'll get, like, a kick out of it, but growing up with that shit, man...
I mean,
like,
I know
you build such a deep fucking connection to these games. Like, you feel affected by like the world that they're in. You know,
yeah.
when someone dies, you feel it in your heart, in your soul.
See, like, that's one thing with me though that I'll never lose, even if I play a game I've never played before. Like, I'm trying to think of what fucking games that I recently picked up. That was for like, oh, Silent Hill, fucking Silent Hill 2, dude. I didn't even play that long ago, like half a year ago, or a few like months ago, maybe 10 or 11 months ago. Bruh, I had the time of my fucking life playing Silent Hill 2, dude. And I had been wanting to play it for fucking years when I first discovered Silent Hill 2. Like, I remember seeing it for the first time, and I'm like, that looks fucking fun. And I finally fucking found the remastered, which a lot of people hate, but I liked it for, I don't give a damn if it wasn't good as the original,
Dude,
whatever. It wasn't even that
Jack
different.
1, Jack 1 is pretty much like the first time I've ever played like a Western or like game ever. Most of it's just Japanese shit that I've played. That's kind of why I'm so obsessed with everything Japanese. Lamau, but like Jack 1, like there was times where it got fucking difficult, like where you had to, like, as a little kid, you imagine being like fucking 4 or 5 trying to play fucking the rocket mission, you know?
Yeah.
You have to go through the lava and shit to go for the fire zone, so that way you could, and then the ice level where you're just slipping and shit like 24/7, like the ground's fucking made from butter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking, that's just my shit, you know?
Yeah. You know what, though? I did
It
play...
brings back such good memories.
You remember Tak in the Power of Juju?
Tak in the Power of Juju.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that...
but do you remember the one game that everybody should always remember?
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?
Yes. Yes! Read my motherfucking mind. That's how we're connected. That's how I know.
Dude,
How
I'm
I
so
fucking
pissed.
know.
I'm so pissed. Because
Why?
I don't know what happened to those games. I remember I moved and I don't remember what happened to them. And
I don't have them either.
I need to buy those again because I can't remember if I ever beat them. My mom beat them. And like
I beat 'em.
my mom was
Your
the
mom?
reason. Yeah, dude, my mom was a huge gamer, dude. She used to be, dude.
Lit.
Yeah, she's the reason why I kind of started playing games. Like, I got into Tak because of her, and I got into Ty because of her, because she bought those. And she's like, oh, they just look fun. And then Croc and Spyro, I played those
yeah,
because of
Spyro,
her.
Yeah.
Frogger, I need to buy those again, dude. Like, Spyro was made by Naughty Dog, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
No, it is because they did like a crossover thing one time, but now Activision owns Spyro
okay.
and Crash, which pisses me off. But like, yeah, so like the PS1. You Rayman, fucking Rayman.
Rayman was weird.
Yeah, it was. But dude, that was back in the day when Ubisoft wasn't fucking trash.
Honestly, I hope they come back with this new Assassin's Creed game.
Me too,
Because
dude.
they've seriously been slacking on the fucking gaming department.
Yeah, I think they did a good E3 this year. Especially that whole Nintendo mashup with the Mario. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I was never a big fan of the Raving Rabbids.
Me neither. I thought it was weird. And you know what's funny is that all started because of Rayman. Because it was originally Rayman Raving Rabbits. And then Rayman disappeared after a while. And then they did that homage of Rayman Origins, which I didn't understand because I had the first Rayman, and the mosquito from the original Rayman game came back in Rayman Origins, and I'm like, if this is supposed to be the Origins, why is Mosquito in it? Because Mosquito was a boss in the first Rayman game, and then you beat his ass, and then you become friends with him, and then you ride him to like through these like different places and shit.
And then he go, yep.
Yeah, dude, Rayman, that was a lit game.
Rayman's pretty good. The first Assassin's Creed was fucking dank. And so was the second. The second one literally did exactly what I was talking about you before with like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Halo 2.
Oh, the improvements?
Where it literally just improved the fuck out of it. But then Assassin's Creed fucking 2 just wouldn't fucking die. And so, yeah, that's where some fucking of my issues stem from. But it's still, like, those two games are fucking amazing. Assassin's Creed 2 will still be, like, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time.
Yeah, I remember when...
Growing up. But, dude, dude, it's just, like, I'm still fucking dumbfounded, dude. Sly Cooper, growing up, like, me and my friend Jeffrey in California are literally the only ones that seem to have fucking played it, dude. And it makes me very sad. It really does.
Yeah.
Like, all of y'all need to play Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper was basically, like, probably one of the best stealth games out there, honestly, if I'm gonna be truthful, what it really is.
Yeah.
It's a fucking stealth game. It's a fucking dank, fucking boss-ass stealth game, and everybody needs to fucking play it.
I'm trying to think.
Looking directly at you, fucking Devlin.
Yo,
Dude,
so...
they have a remastered for it.
They do?
Yes, and it's on PlayStation 3.
I can't wait for the fucking Jack games to come to PlayStation 4. I'm fucking buying Jack X when that shit comes. It's gonna just record videos for hours of me playing that game.
That, dude, I'm gonna get that too. I'm just gonna play fucking Jack 1, 2, and 3 all over again. Every single one of them all the way through. Oh, that's gonna be fucking lit. If they do that with Ratchet and Clank, and if they do that with fucking Sly Cooper again, I'll buy them for the PS4.
Yeah.
Cause like, I miss Ratchet and Clank. I think hands down is the best out of all of them. Because I mean, it still like the remake that they made of the game for the movie that came out. The movie was shit, but the game, nah, son. The game was fucking the spiciest of memes. It was fucking fantastic. It was fucking the frame rate, the fucking guns, the fucking gameplay, everything about it fucking just screams fucking nostalgia. And it was fucking beautiful, dude. They remastered fucking everything. The graphics and the pixels, his fucking fur, Clank, fucking the explosions, the boxes, everything, dude. And it fucking blew my mind. It was like I was playing what I think my childhood would look like now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when I was a child, that's exactly what I thought the fucking game looked like. Is what it is now.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking, like, it captured that fucking innocence in me. And it's fucking awesome, dude. And then, A Crack in Time will be, hands down, one of the first in... one of the very few video games that have made me cry. Because Crack in Time was literally supposed to be the end of Ratchet and Clank in the PlayStation 3 era. So it was like a little send-off, and then at the very end he died, and I was bawling my fucking eyes out, but then Clank saved the day by rewinding time and risking the universe to save his best friend. And I fucking bawled my goddamn eyes out as they fucking both were finally able to reunite after being like two and a half games apart. It was fucking amazing, dude. It made me bawl my fucking eyes out. And the new Sly Cooper for the PlayStation 3 too is fucking lit as shit.
How many Sly Coopers are there?